Hey guys, TKC here, TheKaijudoChannel, once again bringing you another video showing off more card previews. I'm telling you guys, it's the TKC curse. You know, I just post a video talking about new cards that came out, and then, oh, guess what? More new cards came out, so I gotta talk about those now. So I'm really sorry for all the people who have been wanting to see the rest of my base set review, but with all this Evo Fury hype going on, I don't have time to put it up. Hopefully, there will be no previews this weekend or something, so that I could actually have time to upload my set review and perhaps some other stuff. So hopefully the previews calm down a little bit for this next week, or at least this weekend, so that I actually have time to put the Darkness set review, and then I can get around to putting the other two civilizations as well sometime. So now for today's episode, we got another 3 new cards to talk about, courtesy of CVH, Daniel Tack, and I forget who the other person is, but I think it's Geek Dad, something like that. Anyways, we're going to start with the first one that was previewed, and that one is the one that was at the end of my last video, and that is Flamespike Tatsurion. So unfortunately, we do not have Fire Dual Fang in the Nature Super slot, but at least we have this guy. Of course, it has to be Tatsurion, it is Nature as well, so you gotta have the Nature Tatsurion. So here's the stats. Level 6, Arbor Dragon Beastkin, of course. 8,000 power. Evolve it on your Beastkin. And it's a double breaker and has the ability Built to Brawl. While battling, this creature gets plus 6,000 power. Now, this is important because this is not like Quillspike Tatsurion, where if it gets attacked, it gets power. This is when it's battling, period. So pretty much no matter what, this will go up to 14,000 power, and that is enough to take down Evo Fury Tatsurion itself. So I'm not really sure what to say about this card. I mean, it is just like this really big beatstick. Like, this card pretty much reminds me of a cheaper Earth Stomp Giant. That's pretty much it, if you think about it. Earth Stomp Giant is a level 8, 11,000 double breaker, and this is just a level 6, but taking the fact that you have to evolve this onto something, which as of now, the minimum is Razor High level 3, but who knows, we might get a level 2. So, you know, 8 or 9 or whatever it's going to be, it's pretty much the same price as an Earth Stomp Giant, but it gets like 3,000 more power when it's battling. So, I'm not really feeling this card, but hey, it's another Tatsurion card to add to the collection. Alright, next we're going to go on to Daniel Tack's preview, like he always does, and his card is actually a spell. You know, I haven't seen those in quite a while. We saw Reap and Sow, but other than that, we've seen a lot of creatures. So, his spell is a water spell by the name of Search the Depths. Now, this card is exactly like Submarine Project from the original Duel Masters game, and that wasn't too special, but I'll go ahead and read you the effect. Shield Blast, level 3, look at the top 4 cards of your deck, put one of them into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So this is pretty much Water's version of Breach the Veil or Logic Cube, being that Water is able to search anything and not just take spell for light or creature for nature. So, it is better than those 2 cards. However, at the level 3 spot, you would much rather play Logo Scan, in my opinion. Or if you want to be digging for cards in your deck, you'd rather have Glurgle, because he's a body on the field that gives you field advantage, and you pretty much get the exact same effect. I know it is a Shield Blast, but there are better things to have in Shield Blast, like you could use Spy Mission to draw 2, you could use Crystal Memory to search anything in your deck. This card is just kind of underpowered in comparison to a lot of different cards that you could be playing. So for that, it's not too great, but it is another option for maybe even combo decks to quickly get to a combo. But as far as like a competitive deck that wants you to get hand advantage and field advantage, this is probably not the card you're looking for. And lastly, a card that was just previewed not too long ago by CVH on Alter Reality Games. We have this really cool evolution card. It's a rare card, and it's a fire evolution, so we're getting tons of fire evolutions apparently. And this card is Blastforge Captain! Oh my goodness, this art is Explosive Fighter Ukkarn from the original game, and he wasn't, you know, too special, not too crazy, but this completely makes up for it. So it's a level 5 Drakon evolution, and has the ability Craterize. Whenever this creature attacks, banish any number of target enemy creatures that have total power 4,000 or less, and it has 4,000 power. So when this card attacks, it ends up being pretty much a half Apocalypse Vise, and you can use it every time you attack with this. It's also a Drakon, which has tons of cheap bait. You know, you got the Drakon Weaponsmith at level 2, you got the Blastforge Slaver and the Volcanodon at level 3. You do have Gilliflame at level 4, but considering it's not going to be staying on the field, that could only work if you have 9 cards in your mana. And also there's Drakon Warchief if you decide to go Mono Fire. So Mono Fire Drakons are definitely a thing. That's definitely going to be a fun deck to try out, and it'll probably actually be competitive at the same time as well. But if you want to take a different route and actually use more than one civilization, you could go into, say, water, like CVH suggested, and build something similar to what Gorby made, but include this card in, because it already has Weaponsmith, Slaver, and Volcanodon, so you can easily just put these in, and you instantly have this kind of blocker, clearer, sometimes maybe even board sweeper every time you attack with this. And considering evolutions do not have Summoning Sickness, this is also a fast attack card, just like Gilliflame. So this card is definitely one card to look out for. I definitely could see it being played in various decks for a long time to come. So hopefully now, after all those cards that have been previewed, things slow down just a little bit, so I actually have time to post different videos and not me just talking about all the new cards in Evil Fury that keep on popping up. We already have pretty much 1/5 of the whole set previewed, which is pretty awesome. And not to mention the Tornado Generator cards that we're also going to be able to see. Meaning, what I'm guessing is Twilight Commander and Forklift Tank Glurgle are going to be in the set as well, but the Ravu evolution is going to be staying in the deck. It's pretty nice to see that many cards being previewed this early. Usually we don't have even like 10 cards previewed in a set. You know, in previous sets, we've only been able to see no more than 10 until we actually get the whole set and see all the cards. But as of now, it looks like previews are going a lot of different places, and these previews have been sent out pretty early. I mean, 3 weeks before the set comes out. That's pretty awesome. I think when base set was doing previews, it was a good maybe 2 weeks or so before the set came out, and we didn't have most of the cards previewed. That's why we ended up finding packs early at Walmart, thanks to Axel and Drizzer opening tons of packs and finding out all the new cards. But it looks like with this set, we might actually be able to see a good amount of the set before it comes out. So I'm really excited for Evil Fury now. With all these cards that we're seeing, I already have tons of deck ideas, including a deck that is pretty much already built right now, but it just gets way better with the new cards that are coming out in this set. I'm just so stoked to try it out. Anyways, guys, this is TKC signing off. Hopefully the Darkness set review will come up this weekend, and I can carry on to do the other set reviews and deck profiles and all the other stuff. Alright guys, see you later.